Om Shri Mahaganadipataye Namaha. Welcome to another video from Stepping Towards Liberation Group. Today's topic is very important topic, and it is a topic which is definitely required to be discussed. Okay, so let's discuss this topic. The topic is let's put an end to stampedes during pilgrimages. I believe this video will be definitely helpful, and try to share this video to as many as possible just to bring awareness among the people, okay, that they should not lose their lives for some silly reasons. There are so many people around the world who are losing their lives for very silly reasons. One of the silly reason is what we are going to discuss here today. Okay, we don't want anybody to lose their lives just for some silly reason. Okay, because life is very precious. God has given us life, and we have to lead the life till the end. I mean, like, naturally we should die, but not forcibly or because of somebody's pressure. We should not die. Okay. Anyway, death is not in our hand, but we have to lead a life in such a way that we die naturally. When our time is up, definitely we are going to go, and that is okay. It is a everybody has to accept it, and that is good. That is okay, acceptable. But if somebody die with some silly reason, it is not acceptable, I cannot tell. But thing is, it is painful for so many people who are depending on them. So we don't want that kind of situation. So that is the reason we are making this video. uh, let's get into the topic. Okay, so just to be a little organized, I just put a slide. It's not that we need to discuss only the things mentioned in that slide. That slide is just to give an idea like what we are discussing, and just to get a summary of what we are discussing here. So you can go through the slide, and we are not going in detail line by line into the slide, but just we will discuss at a high level. Okay, let's get into the topic. Okay, so let me bring up the slide. Okay, so it is good to discuss anything uh, comparing with our natural, materialistic life. Okay, the thing is why it is easy if we compare spiritual things with materialistic life is because materialistic things, whatever we are experiencing, it is we are seeing it. Everybody is aware of it, and we can see that. Okay, we can experience it. Okay, so spiritual things, when we discuss, it is we it's I cannot, I don't want to tell that we need imagination. We need a faith first, to believe that whatever is scripture is telling, or whatever the philosophy is telling, it is correct or not. Then there is no issue at all. But the thing is, it is very difficult for people to just come to a firm faith, or a very good faith that they believe that scripture is telling correct, and whatever is told in the scripture is 100% correct, and we need to believe that. Because there are some things which people may think that maybe they have a doubt. Okay, that itself is not good. But let's not get into that kind of that topic. So let's discuss this topic comparing with some materialistic example. Okay, so I just put a slide mentioning that let's compare getting a job in a multinational company with God giving liberation. Okay, there are two things here. Why we are discussing this is because we want to understand why we should not do some things. Okay, like during pilgrimages, there are stampedes which will be happening. Sometimes it happens. It's already we see so many things happening around the world. But the thing is, well, the topic is we should not be part of that stampedes. It means like it is not that we don't want to go and die in that stampede. We should not even create that stampedes. So it means like we should rule out any possibility of getting of a stampede happening. That is the our main aim of this video. Okay. So to understand that why we should not do that and what is that we are missing because of which the stampedes are happening, we are discussing this topic. Okay. So let's see getting a job in a multinational company versus God giving liberation. Okay. Why we are comparing this and liberation is there are some people who are thinking that if they go and dip in any river in a particular time, God will give liberation, which is the biggest foolish thing, which is what we are discussing now. Okay. It is, I'm not telling that if you go and dip in any river, you will not get liberation. Okay. So there is some criteria for that. Okay. So let's discuss more in detail. Anyway, we have listed some points here. It's a very, I tried my best to organize it so that we can get a real feel of what exactly we are discussing. Okay. So let's compare getting a job in multinational company versus God giving liberation to understand how we can avoid stampedes. So this is what is mentioned in the here. Okay. So now let's discuss about getting a job in a multinational company. Okay. Suppose you want to get a job in a multinational company, there is a process. Okay. If you want to go and work in any multinational organization, we need to be compatible to their requirement, and there is a process which we need to undergo, and then only they will give us a job, and then we can go and work in that. Okay. So the process is, in general, the process will start with an aptitude test. Aptitude test is what exactly, if we question ourselves, the thing is they wanted to see how our thinking ability is. Like if there is any problem, how this person is thinking, how this person can tackle any problem, how he is logically thinking. So many things that are involved in that thing. And once we get through that aptitude test, they will tell us to attend next round of interview, which is a technical interview. It means they are going to evaluate our expertise with what the thing they need. Okay. So, and we need to prove there also that we are expert in our technology, and then they will go to, they will if they are satisfied, then you'll go to the third step, which is, it doesn't depend, it is not assessing any of it, everything is perfect, you are already eligible, and your expertise matched with the criteria, and they're ready to take. But there is a very important crucial step here: medical examination. Why they do the medical examination is to make sure that you are fit. Okay, you don't have any attitude issue, any kind of mental problem or something. And also, if there is any disease or something which you are going to, which will be spread with you. Suppose it's a kind of virus like a coronavirus or COVID 2019. Okay. So that kind of virus, if we have, then definitely they are not going to take you, because you are going to spread the virus once you are part of that organization. That is, I'm just giving an example because that is what has happened recently. But medical examination is like to make sure that you are fit. Okay, you have any no mental disorders. Okay, which will be affecting the work environment there. Okay, that's the main thing. So once your medical examination is through and you are good, you are fit, then they will give you a job. The thing is, these are the three steps which has to be undergone to get a job. Suppose a person thinks, okay, I'll get the job in a multinational company, and I don't need to go through these three steps. It is a wrong thinking. Okay, let's see. A person visiting, suppose if a person want to get the job there, assume that he visit all so many offices of their multinational organization, and he go and he will have some food in their canteen, and also, and he explored so much about the multinational organization before interview, and then he go for an interview. Okay, suppose in the interview, if a person keep praising about the organization, okay, if he start telling that, yeah, your organization is very great, you have so many offices, I visited so many offices. Okay, I visited more than 10 offices. Your office is very nice. You have a very good infrastructure. You have very nice people. You are working in a very good technology. Okay, your canteens are very, very good. You are treating employees very nicely. And so many things, if you keep on praising, that is good because you are telling the facts, whatever you know, you are telling about the multinational organization. And if you ask that in the interview, so I did all those things and you are really good and all those things, so can you give me a job? Are they going to give the job? Nobody is going to give the job if you praise a multinational organization or the organization where you are attending an interview. Okay, they will think that, okay, yes, this person is very good, he's having a very good opinion around organization, which is very much required, because that is one, that's okay, it's he is not having any bad opinion on the organization, which is good. But the thing is, they will ask him to go through these three steps: aptitude test, technical, and medical. By just praising the multinational organization, and by just praising their work culture and their infrastructure, and even by visiting their organization offices, it doesn't help to get a job into that organization. To get into the job, there is a process, okay, which we need to undergo the process. Without this process, there is no way you can get a job. Okay, so exactly the same thing we need to compare now. Okay, suppose there is a, okay, let's come to this side, right side. So God is, you are expecting God to give liberation. Okay, for getting liberation, what God is expecting is exactly like how a multinational company is selecting an employee. Okay, so suppose if God want to give you liberation, okay, suppose you think that, okay, you visit so many, all the pilgrimages, okay, you visit all the temples in India and around the world, okay, and you dip in each and every river around the world, okay, and everything you did, you visited almost every temple and you read almost every scripture, and you become expertise in all the scriptures. Okay, and you can by heart, you can remember all the Bhagavad Gita slokas. Okay, without looking at the book, you can read, and all those things. If you do, is God going to give liberation to you? Yes and no. Definitely no. Unless your mind is purified, God will never give liberation. It doesn't matter like if you are expertise in the scriptures and you remember or you can memorize everything. It doesn't matter until and unless you get your mind cleansed and pure. Then only you are eligible for liberation. That is what we are discussing here. So if you tell God that I visited so many all the rivers, all the temples, it is okay. It is good. It is the process which helps you to purify your mind. But mind will never get purified just by going and dipping in a river. Okay. It is good. It is going to help you. It is going to help you. It is going to help you to give a good thoughts to you because you're doing by the process. Okay. Okay. So you are going and dipping in a river means it is not going to go waste. Okay. It is definitely going to help you. It is definitely going to help you improve your consciousness, improve your thinking, so many things. But you need to continue that. You need to improve your thinking. You need to be good to others, and so many things are there involved in the process. Not only going and dipping in the river. Okay, that is just a process which will help you. Which will help you. Okay. So the thing is exactly similar to these three steps in the this side. We are going to discuss how God will give you liberation. Okay. First thing is you compare the first point in this process where we discussed about getting a job in multinational with the God giving liberation. Okay, just God will see, like compared to aptitude test, right? God will see whether you are really helping others or you are causing harm to others. It means you have been given a human birth. Okay, you are leading your life, which is good. Are you just doing your work and helping others, or are you causing any damage to others? If you are causing any damage to others, that is not the eligible criteria for liberation. You are gone. Okay. Suppose you are scolding anybody or you are causing trouble to others. Okay. You are trying to cheat them. So many things. If you there are so many things which are causing harm, which the way you can cause harm to others. Harm means like troubling others. The moment you are thinking about others to harm, you are done. Okay, you are done means your eligible criteria is not suitable for getting liberation. No, you did not go through that step. Okay. The second thing is, as you have a technical examination or technical skills exam assessment, here also God will see, did you realize that you are part of the large creation meant to live in harmony with all beings? It means God is expecting you to dispose your karmas undergoing the human birth. At the same time, you have to be in harmony with all other living beings. It means you should never be a troublesome person to others and don't cause damage to the nature. Okay. And think that you are a drop in an ocean. Okay. So you have to be cool, you have to be helpful to others. Okay. And you should be aware that I'm one of the person in this whole world. Okay. Even if I'm gone, the creation will continue, and many people will come after me, and they came before me also, and they will go, and this cycle will continue. irrespective of whether you are present in this world or you are not present, it will continue. So if you understand that, and if you think it seriously, as long as we are in this life, we better maintain a good harmony with others. Like, don't disturb the nature. Okay, try to be good with others and try to help if possible, and also seek help from others. It doesn't matter, like you should only keep on helping others. No, if you need help, you can ask them, and if you maintain good harmony with others, they will also help you. Okay, so God will see that your awareness, okay, how you are doing, how you are leading the life. And also the third thing is very, very important. You are doing good, you are aware that you are part of the is creation and you are doing good. Okay, but suppose your pure heart is not so pure, then it is a negative thing. Okay, it means purity of heart is a very, very big topic. Okay, I don't want to discuss too much because the main focus is how to stop the stampede. That is our topic. It's not like discuss how what is the purity of mind. Okay, so are you seeking oneness in all creation? It means like everybody is the same. Okay, whether it is your kids or our other kids, everybody has to get a good job, or they should settle. Not only your kid should get and other kids no need to get. So it's so many things are there. Okay, oneness means like seeing everything in the creation as one. It's a state of very high level state when you will reach when your mind is purified. Okay, it's a very difficult to explain that in this limited time. Okay, so you once you reach a stage where you see everybody equal in this world, then that is the main criteria to get liberation. Okay, even though you don't dip in any rivers, or if you did not visit any temple, it is not the blocking thing. Okay, if you reach a purity of mind, okay, if your mind is pure, then you are liberated. So it doesn't matter like you visited some temples or not and those things. Okay, so that is the main thing. So the main thing is, just to summarize, God will not give you liberation if you go and dip in each and every river, or if you visit each and every temple around the world. That is not the eligible criteria, I cannot tell, but that is a process. People have a lot of options to go and dip in any river or visit many temples or any temples around the world. These are all the things which are there to purify our mind. Okay, instead of going to some other places, if you go to the temple or if you visit any pilgrimage or if you dip in any holy river, it is going to help your consciousness to improve, because God is going to help you. Okay, that is the reason there are so many rivers, so many temples, and so many things, activities are happening around the world, where people have an opportunity to participate and make cleanse their mind. Okay, to cleanse their mind, these are all the opportunities. And the people, many people, I don't know, maybe not many, we cannot tell, but there are so many people who think that if suppose if some particular time, if they dip in any river at that auspicious moment, if they dip into the holy river, then they will get liberation. It's a foolishness. Okay, if your mind is not pure, you are done. You God is not going to give you liberation, nothing. Okay, so first we need to purify our mind. That is very important. Okay, and don't compete, and don't think that okay, this is the time I need to go there, definitely I need to make it. Then if you are having a pressure, or if you have any fixed criteria, right, I need to definitely go there and dip in that river, then I'll get everything. If you fix your mind like that, you are definitely going to Do that means you are going to participate in a stamp. You may be um, going in your plan, but there are so many people like you in the same plan, and there is a possibility of stampede. That is what happens in many stampedes in the history. If you take the history, there are so many people who wanted to take the dip in the river at that particular time within a 10 minutes or 15 minutes window. How many people can go and dip in that river in that 15 minutes? If you think logically, right, the whole world cannot go and dip in that at that in that time, 15 minutes. It's not possible. Okay. So if you are staying near to the that river, and if there is always a possibility to go there and dip, okay, in that river in that particular 15 minutes without causing any trouble to others, you are welcome and you can do it also. It's not a problem. Okay. But the thing is, do not try to do some harm to others, or don't try to give inconvenience to others, and try to forcibly go and do that in that particular time window, whatever the scripture is telling. Scripture is telling correct only, because they may be telling that auspicious time you'll be having a good results. Okay. And one thing you have to remember always is, liberation will not come just like that. Okay. If you are already purified, and even if you don't dip in the river, it will come. If you are not purified, even if you dip in the river, still you have time. You may be eligible for liberation. Everybody in this world, all the human beings, every person is eligible for liberation. Eligible criteria is already there. Only thing is, you need to be mature enough to get into that liberated state. Okay. That is a process. Okay. So I think the topic is pretty much clear now. You just go through these 4 points here mentioned. Okay. This is what I discussed in last 1 minute. Whatever I discussed so far is that only. Okay. So these 4 points, read it carefully, and then you will understand what I discussed. So if there is a possibility that you can make it, and you are not causing harm to anybody, you are welcome to do that, and that is good for you and good for everyone. Okay. With the cost of others' life or with your life in risk, don't do anything like that. There are so many things, options around the world to purify the mind. Okay. This is one of the opportunity. If it is not possible for you to go there and make it, it doesn't matter. Just leave it. Okay. If you are close to the river, and if you are staying very close to the pilgrimage, wherever there is a auspicious time mentioned, and if you do something at that time, you will get a good results, because you are staying very close by, you can do there. Okay. And don't try to be very ignorant, thinking that if I do that, that's it, I don't need to do anything else. There is always these 3 steps, which is very, very required, very much required. Okay. Without these 3 steps, nobody will get liberation. Okay. So the thing is, try to understand that God will not give you liberation just to participate in that particular moment, in that river, or in that auspicious moment, in that event. Okay. Those are all good times, actually. Those are all good moments, good, what do you call, like some period of, there are some periods, if you take, for example, morning time, they will call as Brahma Muhurtam. It means morning time 4 to 6, it's a good auspicious time, and if your mind will be fresh, and also your positive energy will be more. Okay. If you do any prayers or any chanting or in that time, it is good for you, and also it's good for the community. Okay. So the thing is, why that 4 to 6 is that a good period means, like, because it's a very peaceful time. Everybody is sleeping, and they will get up, and it is just a sunrise, and it is good, because after 8 o'clock, if you see many people will get up, and everybody will start going to office and all those things. It's all crowded, right? I'm not telling that because of the crowd, because of many people getting up after 8 or 9, it's not good. There is a Brahma Muhurta, means there is some criteria for that. Why they selected that as a Brahma Muhurtam? You have to read the scriptures. Okay. Similarly, there may be some times where they mention that at this particular time, if you dip any Ganga river or somewhere, it will be good time for you. Okay. It doesn't mean that you need to use that opportunity and you can get liberation. Okay. Those are all the opportunities which are given for people who are who can make it. And if you're really serious, you can go and make it, but don't try to go there and in a rush or something. Don't try to run over somebody and then go and participate in that one. Okay. Suppose if you are already, if you are going to make it, or if you want to make use of the opportunity, suppose if the 10 minutes window is there to dip in one river, and if you step over on somebody and then you participate in a stampede, and then if you go and dip in the river, what is the use, right? There is no use, because already you are stepping over other person, and we don't know how many people are suffering, how many people got hurt, and what has happened, so many things we don't know. And yeah, at the end, like, you went and dipped in the river. First of all, your failure in the first thing, second step. Okay. You failed here. Okay. Your eligibility criteria did not meet. So then how can you get liberation? Okay. So don't be foolish that, and don't be too much ignorant, and um, try to have some broad thinking. Okay. It is not like a narrow mind. We don't think very narrow. Okay. Don't think that if I do something, that's it, I will get everything, I don't need to do other things, and I don't care about others. This kind of things, attitudes, you have to keep aside. Okay. Just try to focus how to get liberation. Try to focus on cleansing your mind. That is very important than the other things. Okay. Other things are all available, but try to use the opportunities whenever possible. Okay. But don't try to rush and participate in and be part of any stampede. And if suppose if you are also in that stampede, the moment, even if you are not, even if it is not your mistake, somebody, 2 3 people, if they lose their life, right, you will have some guilty feeling. So because of I am also there, I don't know, people are stepping over so many other people, and maybe you are doing good, but yeah, but still you have some guilty feeling, right? So if something like that happening, just to try to control the people and try to help others. Okay. Don't try to, you also go try to, don't try to rush and foolishly think that you need to make that opportunity. Okay. Don't try to do that. And if you are suppose if any kind of such situation happens, try to freeze means like just to, I'm just giving a small uh, tips for something like that happens. Suppose if a stampede or something, definitely any stampede or anything will start with some small group of people, right? Suppose if you are all if all the people are matured enough, then stampede will never happen. Okay. There are some ignorant people, because of them it happens. Okay. So if you are there, just try to tell everyone, just stand where they are. Okay. Don't try to move, then it's easy. Okay. So I think there are so many ways we can avoid this, but the main thing is we need to understand that God will not give liberation just by dipping in any river or using any opportunities around the world at any some special moments. But don't try to go too much. Uh, Everybody try to go there, then there is always a possibility that there is a stampede, and we even if everybody is educated and everybody is aware that we should not do like this, we should be very careful, and we should respect others, and we should take care of others. If everybody all are in the same page, then no stampede will happen. But there is always a possibility that the persons who are around you may be ignorant. Okay. So So we have to be careful, and we and the main thing is, don't try to foolishly think that I have to definitely make it to that opportunity. Like that, you don't try to prepare. And I'm not telling that don't plan and go anywhere, but plan accordingly. And if there is any such kind of situations, be alert, help others, and first of all, you also try to minimize the things uh, like that. Okay, plan some things which are only feasible and which is possible for you, and also plan it very well advanced, and then try to go there also on time and before time, and if there is any kind of risk, try to step back. Okay, there is no need to um, go and involve in such a kind of stampedes. Okay, if you think that there's too many crowd and too much crowd and I am not able to make it, even if you planned everything, and if you see that the crowd is too much, and if you are having any doubt that some stampede or something is going to happen, better avoid it and you come back. There is nothing wrong actually. But you just to try to do your best. Okay, so that's what I mean to say. So I think this video is helpful. I think this video is very helpful, I believe, and try to share with others also. And don't think that the God will give liberation just if you go and dip in any river. That is the main thing. I keep on telling the same thing again and again in this video, but it is very, very important. First, cleansing the mind is important. That is where we get liberation. Okay. If anybody wants to see, they can see a video. Sarvapriyananda, Swami Sarvapriyananda video is there. Is knowledge enough? There's a beautiful video in the YouTube. You watch that video and you will understand what is the things which we are lacking to for attaining liberation, which are the blocking for us. Okay, that is important. Okay, I believe whoever see this video, at least they for them they, I wish they will not be they will not be involved in any stampedes. And if by chance if they are part of that stampede, they will try to help others. Okay, and try to avoid some major incidents compared to minor. Okay, minor is okay. It means like the worst situation, if they suppose any worst situation, so we can handle it properly, so that at least instead of very worst situation, we end up in a little bit better situation. Okay, so try to help others and do that. Okay, so just for an idea, so we are stepping towards liberation group. Okay, like we are not too many, but we our intention is to get liberation. That is what our strong intent. So we cannot we cannot confirm that our intent is strong or not, because it's not an easy thing to tell. Okay, but we wish God will help us, but we want to get liberated. That's why our group name is Group STL, Group Stepping Towards Liberation. It's we are stepping towards. Okay, when we'll reach, we don't know, but God will help us. Okay, so there is a group email here, groupstl.2022@gmail.com, and also stepping towards liberation.com is the website which will come up soon. The domain is already there, but the website is not ready yet as of at the time I'm making this video. Hopefully the soon we will get the website up and running in a good manner, so which will be helpful for others. For now, you can send email to that Gmail address, so that any one of us will reach you, and you can be part of our group also. Okay, we are doing so many other things. We are listening to Ashtadasha Puranas, and we are doing some other things also. Just get in touch with our team by sending an email, and then you will know more about this. Okay, so I believe this video is helpful, and let's conclude this for now. Hari Om.